In general, it's not typically, it's not the doctor or the social worker or the nurse, because we are considered providers. The caregiver is the person who provides the patient with care, so typically it would be a relative or a friend. The caregiver provides whatever it is that the patient needs, but one of the most important parts of that is communication, because sometimes caregivers will decide that somebody needs something without really talking to the person about what it is they need. And that can be frustrating for everybody involved. So communication is very important, but also emotional support. The caregiver is the one who the patient looks to, because sometimes having a cancer diagnosis, that's a full-time job. And so just dealing with trying to get better and going to your appointments and things like that is what the patient can handle. The most important aspect is usually the emotional care. This kind of support that you can only get from somebody who loves you and understands that what you're going through is really very challenging and draining, and the person who's there to support you. Caregiver is incredibly important. We actually worry quite a bit about patients who don't have good social support, who don't have somebody who is an assigned caregiver, because very often things can fall through the cracks because, like I said, being a patient can be a full-time job. So the role of the caregiver is incredibly important, and because it's so vastly, so diverse, and the caregiver has many different hats that they have to wear. Probably the most important one is that you have to take care of yourself. That's one of the most important things, is that you are taking good care of yourself, that you don't let your own care needs fall by the wayside, because then you don't actually have anything to give to anyone else. Other advice I would have is to make sure that although you're identifying with the person who you're providing care to, that you don't feel like you automatically know how they feel. They are going to feel how they feel, and as a caregiver, you're going to feel how you feel, and it's not, they're not interchangeable. You can't actually be in the patient's shoes.